Hi, we are here with Russ Carter, who's running to represent the House District 30th, which is Lakewood area.
Yes.
And I don't know if you want to mention any other areas that the district
Yeah,
covers.
basically House District 30 covers the east side of Lakewood
Okay.
from 26th Avenue down to Yale, Sheridan to Kipling, so up to a little bit of Wheat Ridge and Edgewater.
Good.
So-
Okay, so he's running to represent those communities in Lakewood, and one of the questions that I have is why you decide to run for this position?
Yeah, you bet. I was born and raised here in Colorado, and I lived in Lakewood my entire life almost. And my wife and I have been married for 28 years, and we have 3 wonderful grown children. And I just want to be a state rep because I believe the government has grown to be too big. It's like an octopus reaching into every area of our life and in our wallet and controlling things that we have lost control over.
Right.
So-
This is your first time running for a political position?
Yes.
And
Yeah, I was just busy running a business, living my life and trying to be a good patriot. And I got this opportunity and the door opened and I thought I need to do something about
Right.
this. So do what I can to make a difference.
3 things that make you different from your opponent.
Yeah, basically current legislators are spending billions of taxpayers' money on failing programs and senseless research. And my opponent wants to keep on spending more and more money to prop up the schools and to do research that doesn't really affect and make life better. It just makes our taxes higher. And I want to protect the police. The police have lost protection, and
Okay.
police officers can get sued for using force
Right.
personally from the criminal. And my son wants to be a police officer, and he's going to be graduating here in the next couple months.
Oh, wow.
And he's going
Congratulations.
he's going to move to Kansas or somewhere else because he doesn't want to take the risk that police officers
Yeah,
have
it
to
is
go
a big
through.
risk,
Yes.
especially if he have family, too. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 3 things that you can, if you get elected, that you can make a difference in your community or the communities that you will represent.
Yes. So 3 things that I would like to make a difference in my community if I get elected is,
Right.
first of all, protecting the police.
Okay.
So I want to see the police have the protection that they used to have so that crime can go back down and we can enforce the laws. One of the biggest problems in Lakewood is the retail theft. There must be 12 to 15 incidences every day in Home Depot, King Soopers, Ace Hardware,
Oh, wow.
and places like that. And they can't stop these people from stealing things. And they call the police, and the police don't respond within, a good amount of time. It's usually 6 to 8 hours. So we want to protect the police. Number 2, protect parents and their right to educate their children the way they want to educate, when and where, and see that that money follows the student to the school of choice, whether it's a public school, private school, religious school, homeschool, vocational school, and whatnot. And finally, I would like to see that we protect people's rights, like Jack Phillips, to express their
Okay, yes.
religious perspective and have a conscience to decide who and where they want to work, like a contractor, and not be forced to do something because someone says it's racist or it's bigoted and things like that.
Okay. This is all these issues that is happening is a political or is just fighting for the families?
Yeah, these issues are deep rooted. I've talked to lots and lots of people in my neighborhood, and I've talked with a lot of Hispanic families, and their concern that they have, if they have children, is
Right.
education. And they want to see that their kids are protected, that they learn math, science, and history, and not a lot of other garbage. And also just making ends meet. They're struggling. A lot of people in our neighborhoods are struggling to pay their bills, and they're using credit cards to stay afloat. And it's a fight between, do I fill up the gas tank or do I
Right.
put food on the table? And with more and more programs that seem like those are a good thing to give to people, we're making people more dependent on government as opposed to being self-dependent and independent and able to work and provide for their family and to provide their kids a good work ethic.
Good. What is the message that you want to send out, especially right now that we are so close to the elections and probably some people, you know, they don't want to vote because they think that there's no difference?
Yeah, the message that we want to get out right now is that we need to have everyone vote that wants to see this kind of change take place in Colorado, and get your ballot in by November 8th. I usually wait till the last day to turn mine in just to make sure that is all good. But just getting people to get their ballot and educate themselves on the issues. There's a lot of ballot initiatives that are basically attacking Tabor, the tax bill or taxpayer. What is it? The tax.
Tabor,
Yeah, I'm getting
more. People are more familiar with Tabor because
right. Yeah, the taxpayer's bill of rights.
Description of the. Yeah.
So there's a lot of there's a lot of initiatives that attack the taxpayer's bill of rights, and it keeps on increasing taxes. So that hurts us in the long run. It makes it hard to make a living, and it makes inflation high and the price of gas soar and whatnot.
Yeah, and you're representing, because you mentioned you've been talking with the Hispanic community over there. I mean, you're going to represent all the communities. It's not about race. It's not about
Yes,
Latinos.
absolutely. Yeah, I've talked with Hispanics and Asian people. There's a lot of people that are from different countries that have concerns. There's a lot of people that feel like their life has just been trampled on, especially with all the shutdowns with the churches and businesses and gyms, and that's ridiculous. Our government should never be that powerful to shut everything down and no one push back on that.
You think they went too far?
I think they went way too far. Maybe taking some precautions for 4 or 5 weeks or even 4 weeks. But when the governor has the kind of power to shut things down and to put out executive orders that are out of control, we need to reel that back in and take that power back away from the governor.
Okay. Anything else that you want to mention before we finish this interview?
Yeah, basically just want to remind people that as a state rep, I would like to make sure parents are protected and police officers are protected, and also lower taxes and reduce the size of government and get the government the heck out of our lives, because we're not going to solve problems with the government. The government is not the answer. Politicians aren't the answer. The answer is to get back to the basics in life, get back to our communities, our religion, our beliefs about God and the Bible, and to try to live our lives the way that we used to live our lives without the government overshadowing what we do.
Okay.
So,
well, Russ, thank you so much for your time and to let us spend time here talking about these issues. We wish you the best, and the reminder for the people who are ready to vote: do not let the day pass, November 8th, with no voting, because sometimes the time goes so fast.
yes.
But November 8th until 7 p.m. you can turn in your ballots.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.